Okay, everybody flip to the back of your vocab packet. This is number 17, and we will get going here. Our first word, our first word is reconstruct. Let me zoom this in so that you can see better. Please copy this down. Reconstruct. If we, we are videoing. If we have to reconstruct the building after the hurricane, what does that mean? Erilyn.
Rebuild?
Yes. Do it over again. Rebuild. To create again. It is a verb. To create again or to build again. Anytime you hear the word, a word with re, that means like to do it again. Okay, we're going to pause. Okay, so reconstruct, to build again. Does anybody have a sentence for reconstruct? Kalina.
We can reconstruct the building.
Good. I'm going to put they had to reconstruct it. I will be putting this video on Google Classroom today for independent study people. Okay. Up next, another regenerate. I always think of starfish with this. Why do you think I think of starfish?
Because they can regenerate limbs.
What happens to a starfish when one of its little arms gets cut off?
It regenerates them.
It grows back. It regenerates. Isn't that cool? So, in a video game sense, it's like to restore your strength. Okay? Like I regenerated after I died in the game. Another verb. To restore your strength. To regrow. Okay, Brandon, do you have a sentence for regenerate?
Oh, a gecko can regenerate itself.
Perfect. Hey. The gecko regenerated its tail. I hope you are copying this down. Can anyone tell me why I did not put an apostrophe in its?
Because it's not possessive?
Erilyn.
Because if you put an apostrophe, it's saying it is.
Yep. When it is possessive, you actually don't have to put it. You only use it as a contraction when it is. Good. Okay, next up, precondition. Ooh, this has been a big thing with insurance lately. Like, well, do you have any preconditions? What does pre mean when you hear that? Before, good. So precondition means, what does that mean?
Like to the conditions and terms beforehand or whatever.
Something that already exists. Yep, it's already in place. Okay. Precondition. Who can help me out with a sentence for precondition? Let's see. Tyler.
A raccoon is already preconditioned. Or a raccoon is preconditioned.
So you could say a raccoon is preconditioned to be a scavenger, like they were born that way? Yes, kind of.
If you make something, okay, never mind.
How about, let me help you out here. sunburns your whole life are a precondition to skin cancer, you know, like something like that. So I'm gonna say the doctor checked for preconditions. Like, do they have anything like a blocked artery or something already in there? That's kind of a tricky one. Her doctor checked for preconditions. Okay. Up next, recur. The storm will recur all week. What does that mean? Yep, happen again and again and again. So that's a verb. So recur. Anybody able to use that in a sentence? Let's see. What do we got, Carson?
I have something that's like.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I said, the storm will recur at 10 a.m.
Perfect. And people often use it as recurring, like it's a recurring event. So yes, storms will recur all week. Ay, ay, ay. Sounds like that's how it's going to be. Okay. Up next, precaution. I must give you a precaution before you go in that room. What do you think? Well, pre means what? Before. So what's it going to mean? Yes, Tyler.
Oh, did you know that scientists are trying to make dodos again?
Oh,
I have
I
heard
saw
of some
that.
of that.
They've been doing that for like 2 years.
Why are they making dodos again though? That bird is so useless.
I know.
They're so cute though.
Are you saying that they're being a bunch of dodos?
Yes.
Wait.
Thank you.
Yeah. It just,
Okay. For those of you at home, here's your rabbit trails that you have missed so much. Okay. Or maybe you haven't. Precaution, a warning ahead of time. The news was a precaution. Do people listen to it? Probably not. But. The news reporter gave a precaution. Okay. Up next, this has been like a very used word in 2020, recount. Okay.
Count again.
Right. There's two ways to define this. One, to count it again, and of course I'm talking about the election. But then the other way is to like remember, like, I'll recount the story to you, I'll tell it again. But yes, this has definitely been a word we've heard a lot. It's a verb. To either count again or to tell a memory or a story. There's a lot of side talking over there. Okay, let's see. Haley, could you use recount in a sentence?
They must recount the votes.
Perfect. They must recount the votes. If you're ever absent on a Monday, you could also watch this to get all of the definitions. And sometimes people who were on independent study or absent would just ask me to take a picture of my back of my packet and text it to them, and that could work too. Okay. Premeditated. What do you think that means, Walker? Walker, premeditated.
Think ahead.
Yes, oh, they planned their dastardly deed.
Yeah, like premeditated murder.
Uh-huh. Because, you know, we just jump right to murder. We don't do the small things, right? Hey. Did I just say that I do murder on a video? No.
No.
Okay, moving on. Okay, premeditated. Planned out. Planned ahead of time. It was a premeditated crime. They knew what they were doing. Okay. 3 more. Prefix. What part of the word does a prefix go?
From an after.
Yes, it is at the beginning or end of a word.
Yeah.
It's the beginning. Like pre, it's a prefix. It's a little part that is added to a word. We call it an affix. An affix at the beginning of the word. A little something you add on, a little something. So you could actually say pre is a prefix. Pre is a common prefix. Okay? 2 more. Reintegrate. We will reintegrate the chicken in with the others in the coop. What does that mean? To bring back together. To join together again. Lots of verbs this week. Reunited. Okay. Reintegrate. The students reintegrated into class. One more. Ooh, refurbish. People do this all the time with furniture. What does it mean to refurbish? Raise your hand if you know. Jocelyn.
To renovate. To make
Yes.
it like new.
Good. To fix it up, to make it new. Or make it like it's new. We refurbished the old chair, something like that, okay? Thank you for being so quiet. You guys will get a happy Hickok point in here in a minute. I'll leave this up here in case you need to see it. And okay, Emma, you may go ahead and